I'm out here for an overnighter now. Haven't yet decided where. Maybe in the area we know as Temple. My original plan is to go up to Bushcraft Heaven, which is there, but it is pretty deep and very hard going here, breaking trail. And also, yeah, it's just tiring, and I don't want to just do, you know, exertion. I'd actually like to enjoy a bit of snow as well. So I have everything with me for like -20. I could just stand right here, throw that stuff on the snow, and just lie down and go to sleep. I've got a stove and 3 days of food and da-da-da. So, I mean, it's just complete overkill. But the reason I do that is just because I want to have a relaxed time of it all. So we'll see. The views from up there would certainly be better, but there is more snow coming in, so probably won't have a view. So maybe I will go to our little temple. That would be probably wiser. Also, the temple is in a it's in a sort of a rocky bowl, so it's protected from any kind of tree fall, which is kind of important. I've been out here now probably, I don't know, about half an hour. Haven't heard a single tree crack or fall, but that doesn't mean to say they won't. So I'm just being still very cautious. See, the snow is coming off of the trees, like that one, but it doesn't seem to be breaking them. And there is a bit more wind coming as well, so might be smarter, because of course if I do go up to Bushcraft Heaven, I also have to get down from there tomorrow morning. We don't know what it will be like tomorrow morning. So I will anyway just trudge across the bridge here, and I'll decide in a few minutes. Yes, I will. Wow, snow is way heavier today, which is good for snow caves, but very hard for skiing. But look at this. Wow. Isn't this something awesome, huh? I'm pretty amazed. Pretty amazed. Oh yeah. I sure do love it. Love it plenty. Nice, nice, nice. Well, looking at all that stuff, so Bushcraft Heaven is up there. I don't think I'm going to go up there today. Just getting to here has been quite strenuous, and I don't want to spend my entire time in this beautiful stuff just slogging uphill with a heavy pack. So I think maybe I'll be a bit more down here. We will see. So yeah, I made my decision. I don't want to suffer. The idea is to have fun. I don't want to spend the next kind of 3 hours just slogging uphill with a heavy pack. So I'm going to go into a little place I know in here, which is well protected from any trees. It's kind of like a rock cleft, and plus I've been scoping the trees out here, and they're actually not very loaded, predominantly because the wind funnels through here. So you can see that most of it's already off, and yeah, I want to have a nice time. Don't want to suffer. So I'll probably go and dump my pack and get everything sort of set up in a rudimentary way, and tamp the snow down a bit and clear the fireplace. And then I'll probably go around and have a little explore. because it is very nice. Maybe I'll break some trail a little ways up there, we'll see. Not that there's really that much point, because there's another, like, I don't know, 30, 40 centimeters coming. So, yeah. Nah, the objective is to come out here and enjoy. Not to go and be all death-defying about stuff. Let's see. Yeah. I think this is a good place for it today. Something like in there. Much better. No need to be stupid. If you get caught out at night, and actually just in this past few days, there was a snowboarder who basically got off the path in really bad weather, and he got caught out overnight. So, and he made it, no problem. You know, he was no suffering because he was smart enough to stay put instead of keeping on trying and getting into worse and worse terrain, more and more tired, more and more cold. So he stayed put. And actually, something like this, you can see this. This is like a little area under here in the rock. Something like this is just great. Just go in there, get on your backpack, get out of the wind. Kind of, you can even sort of put some snow in the way here. And no matter how cold it gets outside, you know, under snow is actually quite a good insulator, so it's not going to be nearly as cold in there. So yeah, there's resources and opportunities all around. Just as much as there are perils. So you really, it's just a matter of noticing and staying focused and remembering what you're here to do, and thinking about scenarios and what's going to happen if and when they occur. Voila. Yeah. Very nice. Looking above for any dangerous stuff. In here there's the remains of my other trapper bed, so, and the fireplace is in there, so we will see. I'll probably dig that out. But you can see that the place where the bed area is there is very well protected from everything, which is why I put it there. Yes. I have the impression I might not have been the first person in the history of mankind to sleep in here. Somehow. Yes. So, let's get busy. I want to dig the fireplace out. I want to organize the wood there a little bit and make some space. And then I'm going to collect some wood and all that good stuff. So that one is kind of been there a while, but it will be falling in the right direction. The one on the top I'm not worried about. Everything else looks pretty good, not too heavy, and like I say, well protected in my little cave here. Groovy ice goats. So here we are. That's going to be my little space for the evening. And now I'm going to go and get some wood. So of course it's quite tempting if you've been working pretty hard to kind of sit down and have a rest immediately when you get to your campsite, but I actually recommend not to do that. Better is to do a really moderate, gentle effort. Walk around the campsite a little bit, check things out. Of course, make sure you have, you know, necessities for survival. So there's a space blanket in there, and fire, and all the rest of it. And very important, tourniquet here, and so on. But you know, have a little mild exercise. And the reason for that is to dry, if you have been sweating at all, to kind of dry your undergarments before you get cold, and just to kind of keep moving a little bit. There's plenty of time for sitting still later on when you have fire and everything else is set up. So take advantage of the light and of your mobility, and just organize yourself for the night first. Then you can rest. So yeah, you just kind of have to just get jiggy with it, because everything's going to take, 3 to 4 times longer, and there's no use in kind of getting all jumped up about it. You just have to do things slowly, and it's good to go out a couple times and realize how long it takes to do things, so that you have a proper estimation of what you can do with remaining light and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, getting some nice big chunks of firewood together. Don't cut it if anything heavier than you can carry, or cut it into pieces. I really like having a saw with me in this weather. You don't really need to go very far. And I think I'll probably have this one as well. And we'll see. So the first time you think about your head torch, as it starts getting darker, find it, put it around your neck. No messing. So the question, to dig or not to dig. I actually do usually do it. And there are several reasons for that. One is because it makes a nice little base for the fire, but also I want to be pretty digging fit in the winter, and also because, it's not a bad thing to be reminded what it really means to dig a lot of snow. It really helps you with your avalanche risk calibration, because you really don't want that to be your buddy in a meter of that, a meter down, slowly suffocating to death while you're trying to dig that stuff out. So sometimes just digging a little bit of snow, especially if you've packed it beforehand, just serves as a healthy reminder of why you don't want to be doing it in a hurry. Okay, sure, the adrenaline of course will help, but to dig someone out, that means a ton, metric ton usually of snow in less than 10 minutes. So just understand what that means and help calibrate the risks that you're willing to take in the backcountry when you're considering avalanche danger. Yes, here there is none. Up there on the mountain, currently 4 to 5, there's plenty. So, I'm going to make my fire and then see what we do from there. So, this starts looking like a bit of a proper fire now. Notice I've put these big stakes here so the logs don't roll out, and some split wood here. Kneeling on my little 3/4 thermarest as usual. I actually don't take my sleeping gear out until quite close to when I'm actually going to go to sleep, because you never know, fire jumps and suddenly you might have to leave and da-da-da, so that really is nothing like time for that yet. Skis are up here, out of the way of anything that falls, and I'm basically just tending to this at the moment. I'll probably saw up some more little logs here and get this really happy. One important thing is just to make sure to look above you. Wish you can't see it here, but to look above you, that to see what kind of melt the fire will cause, and that you don't just get a huge, great big snowbank falling down and drowning your fire. So very important that you also always have fire lighters and stuff like that left, or the ability to make fire left. Don't use up your last fire lighters. And in the winter you can bow drill all you like. I use fire lighters. I can do it, but that's not what this particular trip is about. This trip is about enjoying the winter and getting on with it, really. Yep. So, I'll look at the fire and see to it that it becomes a good thing for me now. Almost sustainable, but not quite yet happy with it. Fire architecture, very important. 3 or 4 really big logs at the bottom that are held in. More logs to keep the fire core centralized and well concentrated, and then the rest basically think about what it's going to do in 20 minutes, half an hour, 3/4 of an hour. Voila! So the fire's in a pretty good place, and I'm going to go out to get some more wood and a pee. So I've got my Hestras on here. I love these gloves. Always, I have at least 2 and usually 3 pairs of gloves with me for lots of reasons. 10 reasons, actually. 10 reasons. I like my fingers. Yeah, I like it. I can hear the creek. Maybe I'll go out and play a little flute. Who knows? Yeah, I can. Yeah, so there's my tracks. Going back in now. And probably go to bed because it's getting kind of snowy. But it's definitely worthwhile having a little walk before bed to get your blood circulating and your body core temperature up. And have a look around, see some beautiful things, and have a nice dream. Night. So a few things about my final way before going to bed now, a few things about my setup. So here I've got the stick to prevent the fire coming on me. I've got a little roof just to prevent drips, because I really don't like drips on my face. And I've got plenty of worms, so off to bed. Alright guys. Yeah, good morning. Oh, what a cozy night that was. So I set up this little drip shield here, because we had lots of bit of melt in the night and some dripping, so I'm completely cozy in here. Just getting myself out of bed. I had already my little thermos flask with stew and stuff in it, and put my clothes on, and pretty soon we'll be getting out of here and see what's going on out there. Usually I do this, I put my pack here as a kind of a head stop, and then I've got my Gervan bag with the X-Ped mat, and as usual, and everything is pretty cozy in here. So this is still extremely deep, but it is not powder. It's extremely heavy, it's extremely wet, but basically, and of course breaking trail, and this is very hard work. But again, it's all about the 70%, so shorter strides, angling back a little bit to let the shovels do their work, and yeah, you know, it's going to take the time that it takes. The only way that you end up suffering in this is if you have some kind of artificial, illusory concepts of how long something should take. So don't do that. Smaller steps, like going uphill, slower rhythm, tension in your feet, so really sense the toes, and let the skis do the work. Almost there now. In fact, this is so heavy that most likely I will actually, well, I'll go and have a look at that tractor track over there, which might be pretty good, and otherwise I'm going to strap the skis to my backpack and walk. That's another great reason for these HOKs, because they're pretty light. Also, you saw maybe in the forest yesterday, With them being so short, it's much easier to move around the woods. But I mean, it's still pretty. But there it says Benedictine Vant 3.5 hours. Well, I think today it would be a bit more than that. Just a bit. But hey, it's about all the kinds of snow. It's about all the kinds of terrain. It's about all the kinds of weather. You know, it's about finding out where your envelope is inside of those conditions and just staying inside it. And then you can have a good time. And being smart about things. Whew, yep. Look at that. You can hear it. See that? You can hear that it's wet. Ooh, if it freezes, it'll be giving a brilliant crust though. That would be cool. Whee! Alright, let's go do some more. Let's go do some more. Ooh, I like this a lot better. Yep. Helps you appreciate it. And it is really smooth and groovy. Well, there's my house. Almost there now. Gotta wait a little bit longer before we do any big adventuring up there, I'm afraid. But already a pretty cool adventure last night, so that was really neat. And yeah. And so you see that suddenly, here you are, having broke the trail, having gotten here. When I was lying in my very cozy sleeping bag this morning, of course that just seemed completely impossible, and it is completely impossible. It's also a lesson from Hardangervidda. If you're lying in there and you're all warm and cozy, there's no possible way that you can find yourself standing on skis with your backpack packed and you're in Hardangervidda, the sled packed and ready to go. So don't even try to focus on that. Just focus on maybe finding your socks, putting them on, and then maybe wiggling your body around a little bit and get things moving, and then maybe have another little nap, or not, and then maybe get your thermos flask and drink that, and then maybe do the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and sooner or later, if you don't get all wound up about it, sooner or later you'll find yourself nearing home and getting ready for a cup of tea. Really? See, it's about, somebody actually wrote a comment the other day in my adventure with Vanessa, and he goes, you know, I don't think it's that she's that fit, she just does it ohne Anstrengung, which means without you know, without intensity, without big effort, without, Anstrengung is like, you know, making this big effort, and do that. It's exactly right. Ohne Anstrengung, it means basically kind of like without thrashing around, and it's true. Everything piano, calmly, in a rhythm, within the 70%, and you'll find in the end it's far more efficient. You go faster, you go further, you have less injuries, you get less sweaty, you're just more comfortable, and the whole thing just works better. So just say no to unnecessary thrashing around. That's what I say. So the house is over there, just there. So, and there's another tractor trail there. So I'll just ohne Anstrengung my way over there and have myself a cup of tea, I think. Yeah. Yeah, see, now it's fun again. And because I didn't spend all my energy thrashing around in the when I was breaking trail, this is now just lovely. Otherwise you'd be all, you know, dragged ass. Also a thing, touring skis, ski poles, they have these grip extensions, so when you are in a little gully like this and your poles are up high, then just grab the extensions. It's the same as when you're on a side slope. It's so that you don't have to keep changing the ski length up and down all the time or getting all out of balance. Just grab them down here, which is what they're for. So, continuing and really liking this quite a bit. Yeah. Indeed, this is the reward for not thrashing around. Just say no to unnecessary suffering, like we keep saying. And what I do when I'm skiing like this, or actually doing anything, is I just check through my body. So I spend a bit of time with my consciousness in my toes, feeling the skis. Then I go up my legs, my calf muscles, see if I'm not tensing anything unnecessarily. Feel how my knees are, into my thighs, seeing how they are, and hips. And then I look into my pelvis and my lower back. Very important to keep good form in your lower back, especially when you're carrying a big backpack. And very important to stretch your psoas muscles on a regular basis. Because if you don't, what will happen is that at some point you'll start getting really unpleasant pains in your lower back and lose mobility and not be able to carry a heavy pack and all that stuff. So stretch your psoas, good form on the lower back, nice and upright, and shoulders, everything that you're not using for propulsion. Oop. See, if you're relaxed, then you can catch these moments of being out of balance. If you're all stiff and tense, then those are the moments where you're going to be on your butt in the snow. And if it's very deep and you've got a heavy pack, that is very strenuous. That's the word, strenuous. Ohne Anstrengung. Without being in a strenuous, without moving in a strenuous fashion. Anstrengung is like something being strenuous. So that's what I was looking for the word before. Yeah. Look at these. Making progress. That's all you have to do. Is relentless forward progress. Yep. Staying relaxed. And all parts that don't need to be used at that moment. Being calm about stuff. And just steady and rhythmic. And then finally get into my fingers, make sure they're okay, look at my breathing, make sure it's nice and rhythmic and I'm not going remembering to breathe out properly, and check my heart rate, and then into my fingers, make sure they're not cold, make sure I'm not over gripping the sticks, just make sure everything's loose, shoulders should be nice and loose, and then to the head, make sure I'm actually using all my senses, looking around, also behind once in a while, not just getting caught up in the grind of, oh, gotta move the skis forward, but actually enjoying this amazing landscape as well. And the movement, I mean, in the end, the movement is enjoyable. And if it's not, fix it till it is, right? Yeah. Fix it, as my buddy Rudy would say. I'm gonna fix it to the house now and have a cup of tea. See ya. Classic. After I said goodbye to you guys, I finally figured out the word for Anstrengung. And it is exertion. So, move with that, with no drastic exertion. Try not to exert yourself too much. Just flow. exertion. Exertion. Moderate exertion. That's the thing. Moderate your exertion.